Welcome back to the X1 Bros, everybody. This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. Thank you for being here. I apologize. I forgot to get water. So Spicy's run to get water real quick before the show. Thank you, everybody who is joining us live here in chat. Everybody, you can join us each and every single week over on youtube.com/X1 Bros live on our YouTube channel. It's been a big week. Jordan, man, you traveled a little bit this week. Or was that last week?
I think that was last week.
My weeks combining?
No, this is like the first week I don't have to travel.
Okay. What'd you play this week? Anything fun?
So I played games.
Oh wow, how?
Where am I at here?
What's that? What's that builder game you sent me?
Core Keeper. I played a little bit of that.
Yeah, what's Core Keeper?
Okay, so the best way I can describe Core Keeper is, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard. So it's.
Wait, should we wait for Spicy to come back?
Yeah, we should. So let's talk about what else I played. I also played Space Marine. Very good game.
Have you beat that yet?
No, because I started doing the multiplayer, and it was like. So
multiplayer's good.
I'm probably like halfway through the last mission. Like I think I'm almost there.
And it saved your spot?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Oh, good.
So it saved one of the checkpoints. But I started playing the multiplayer, and it was actually like we talked about. It's like surprisingly just like fun. Like I don't know if I'm gonna this is gonna be my go-to game.
Yeah.
Like competitively.
No, but it's decent.
But it's like.
It's not. It's
I don't
definitely.
Know, it's like after a hard day's worth of work, you're just like, hey, let's get the bros together and just go play some Space Marine.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's just a fun game.
It doesn't feel like an afterthought. Like they put some effort into it, for sure.
Yeah, I did dabble into a little bit more Star Wars Outlaws because I just kind of wanted to basically see if my feelings on that game stay the same, and they do. I think the world design is top notch, and everything else is just meh.
Yeah. Give me the title of the game that you were going to talk about.
Okay, yeah. So the game...
Hold on. Just tell me what the title is.
Core Keeper.
Core Keeper. Okay. Before we get into Core Keeper, Spicy could probably pull up footage. And Spicy, it's only the two of us on screen right now. You forgot.
I know. I was because I wasn't here.
Because you weren't here. But anyways, before Jordan tells us about Core Keeper, if you like the show, guys, you like what we're doing, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to us. Leave us a 5-star review. It very much helps. Come over to YouTube, become a member, support the show, and then go follow Mr. McSpicy's channel. Do you have any new videos that have come out recently?
Well, yeah, our Baldur's Gate playthrough has been releasing 2 episodes a week for the past forever.
Oh, so if you
I think we're on episode 49.
It took us a while to get through that.
How many episodes are there total?
67.
Oh, okay. So you're almost to the end.
We're getting there. Yeah, and I want to.
We're in the third act right now, right?
Yeah, I actually want to see. There's got to be a way for a YouTube playlist to see like how many minutes and hours have been played in that. You know what I mean? Because we could see the exact second how long it took us to beat it.
Oh yeah.
But you got some 3-hour episodes. Most of them are an hour and a half.
Oh man.
So and there's 67.
So it's like Lord of the Rings Extended Edition.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, just watch it while you're working. That's what I do with
so go Mr. McSpicy's channel. My YouTube channel is X1 the Gamer. Daily news and opinions. If you hate my opinions, come follow me over there. And if you love them, come follow me over there as well. Jordan, give me this game. What WTF is this game?
Core Keeper. Kind of a surprise game for me. I basically saw some YouTubers and streamers playing it. And I'm like, oh, what is this? And that's kind of how I got into it. Mark was having a crisis one day, and I said, hey, Mark, Core Keeper. And then so basically what it is. And I've not played super deep into it, but I've been playing it a little bit this week. It's the best way I can explain it is Minecraft and Terraria mixed with Valheim bosses.
Oh, okay.
Because it's basically it's kind of the side scrolling of Terraria. Terraria kind of is Minecraft anyway, but it's you're building, you're mining, you're gathering stuff, you're building bases, but then there's this core. And you need to go find bosses and bring back stuff, and it's kind of got that Valheim boss mechanic to it.
I love Valheim.
It's similar in Valheim as well, to where each world is a seed. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of in Minecraft too, but no, it's a really cool game, and
it's on Xbox.
Yeah, what made me really happy about it? So it just came out of early access.
Access?
No, it just came out of early access.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I think a lot of people were kind of playing it again, because it was kind of its 1.0 update. on Xbox, PC, whatever. Also on Game Pass.
Oh, very nice.
So I downloaded this right away because I was like, oh man, is this on Xbox? Because everybody I was watching was playing it on PC. I was like, oh, awesome, it's on Xbox. So I was gonna buy it, and then it said download with Game Pass, and I was like, oh, even more awesome. But really, really fun. I like how they do. At least if it works the way I think it does, which I like how they do their world saves. It's just. I think this is one of those games.
So this dude's just mining for resources?
Yeah, he's just mining, and it looks like he's close to the first boss. That's what that Uzi he's getting close to the first boss.
So what's top world? Like you're in these dungeons, obviously, but then
this is the whole game.
Oh, the whole game is just this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have seen some late game stuff. There are different biomes that you eventually get to, but this is the start. You start
the lighting's really cool.
You start at what's called the core, and then the map just, from what I understand, infinitely just goes out.
Guys, we should make our own hobby game.
Yeah, no, this game it's. I think you guys. I mean, you really liked Valheim and you like Minecraft and I think you would really, because it's basically like, well, let's take so there's the map. Let's take. It's fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are there is it like Stardew Valley where you can go down different levels, or is it just one big, huge, one flat world?
Where I'm at, it's just one flat world.
Okay.
So maybe later in the game you can do different stuff, but right now it's just one big flat world.
Oh yeah, it looks fun.
It doesn't have again, at least where I'm at, it doesn't have like
that
obviously
guy just hit for like 1 billion damage.
They don't mess around, man.
Watch this.
Dude, no,
watch the number.
Game,
I'm gonna pause.
Watch his health.
Woo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's 10.2 million damage.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That guy's weak.
It's a lot.
No.
Wow. Okay.
But so you obviously I guess again, at least for you're not going to build the Empire State Building like you do in Minecraft. So I guess it kind of leans a little bit more.
So what are you building?
Just your base.
Does it get invaded at night? Do you have to build protections?
I haven't had anybody attack my base.
I would assume
there's been enemies around my base that I've went and killed. And
can I see this guy's base? Where's this guy's base at?
Yeah, this is 7 hours of footage. Okay, we're at his base.
So there's
there we go. Okay.
I did really good. I'm really good.
So
at
is
this.
it just permanently nighttime, or
different
fog of war?
different biomes?
Oh, okay.
I think, because I have seen people in different biomes that look a lot different to this. This is also an early access build as well.
David Brownfield says top world is way better than bottom world. It is. This is true. Bottom world can hurt. That's where you got that 10 million damage from. Was that the boss fight?
No, but
bottom world?
this is again, from what I've played, it's just a fun little game that I think if you like games I would throw Minecraft. If you like games like Minecraft, at least the survival side of Minecraft, Terraria, Valheim, because the bosses reminds me a lot of Valheim.
Yep.
It's super fun, and being on Game Pass, it's for me. It's just download it and play.
So wait, did Spicy did you jump into this too or no?
Full on multiplayer, co-op, all that stuff.
No, but I get a lot of Stardew Valley vibes.
There's quite a few games that are giving off that vibe lately. Mm-hmm. Quite a few.
So there's this little house.
Well, he's cooking over his fire. Very nice.
You do get to customize your little sprite character.
Oh.
And you can make them look real.
Can I get a dog or a cat?
I don't know.
I sure hope so.
You can go fishing. There's a fishing pole in his inventory.
Yeah.
With a bobber.
Okay. You need fishing in a game like this.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
Did you see, by the way, that No Man's Sky has added fishing?
Yeah. Or did they add it, or is it in their next update?
It's in their next update. They added a whole fishing, you can build a hover dock that hovers over the water.
That's
and
the way
it's
to
a
do
dock, and you fish off of it.
That's the way to fish.
It's freaking cool. No Man's Sky is the best space game out right now.
I as long as they don't have the incident that they had before, I'm actually very excited
What
for
incident?
their light no fire game that's coming out.
Yeah, that does look cool.
The No Man's Sky incident.
You mean launch?
Yeah.
I don't think they're ever going to relaunch the game.
Was that more Sony's fault though?
Well, no. I think Sony should have maybe stepped in and said, "Hey guys."
Hey guys, maybe you should get your together.
No, I don't think I think it's just like, I think it's like a Redfall Microsoft thing. Like, I don't think they were very involved, and that's what happens when you're not involved.
Oh, okay.
There's a huge 3-hour documentary on it.
I started watching it.
Is it Internet Historian? I love that. I love that.
That's
channel.
probably.
Yeah. I started watching it. It's on my save list.
It's like you go through a roller coaster of you dislike the developers, you like the developers, you dislike the developers, and then at the end you're like, they're actually really awesome.
Well, especially his name is Sean. Right?
Yeah.
You're just like, Sean is a really
I'm telling you,
it's almost like King of Kong, where you're rooting for him. You're like, come on, man, fix it. You can do it.
You're like No Man's Sky, latest trailer, update trailer that they dropped. It will blow your mind. It is the best space game. They have set the bar. They beat everybody. Maybe they don't beat Star Citizen. I don't know.
Well, Star Citizen actually has to come out.
Yeah, while we're pulling that up, I do want to shout out everybody in chat. We've got a few people here for the first time. Bofa came back. This is his second time in chat. Welcome, Bofa. David Brownfield is here. MF Great is in the house. Mr. Cooper is here. By the way, Cooper just joined our College Football 25 League. If you're interested and you want to join it, come over, join us. Soul Finder's running it. It's fantastic. We're just finishing season 1. There's a ton of teams. You can get in any team, any league that you want. And then
This trailer?
Sure, that works.
Guide, Worlds Part. How many days ago?
You can do the fishing trailer if you want.
I don't even know.
No,
This might be the fishing trailer.
no, this is from 2 months ago.
Oh no, it's there's one that's like
Yesterday? I could.
like last week maybe.
Oh man,
at the most.
Okay, give me a sec.
Cooper joined, and his match this week is against you, dude. Jordan.
Oh, is it this week? All right. We'll have to. I'll message you tonight. We'll have to line up a time.
Cooper, remind me who your team is. I forget who his team is, but he's in the Big Ten, baby. I said, welcome to the Big Ten.
Everybody's in the Big Ten.
It's the Players' Conference. Shine was like, it's the Players' Conference. You know what?
Iowa.
Oh, yeah, you got a good defense.
Oh, the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, you got a good defense, bro.
Right? Iowa, or is it Jayhawks? Iowa Hawkeyes?
No, it's the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, okay.
The Jayhawks.
I don't know. Who are the
Kansas City?
Jayhawks? Kansas City Jayhawks, yeah.
Maybe.
What's a Jayhawk, by the way?
It's a jock.
Okay, I can't find this trailer. What's it called? Driving me crazy.
Fishing.
Yeah, just fishing. In fact, it pre-populated. There
Yeah,
it is.
there it is.
Aquarius. There it is, dude. Dude, this thing is gonna blow your mind.
SEO.
For those of you listening, stop listening. Come over to YouTube and watch this trailer. It gives me vibes.
Is this the one where they're updating the water too?
Look
like
at
the
did you see?
actual
Did you
water?
see the cooler that it flashed to? Look at that. That's like your dock. Look at you got a chair, you got a cooler,
Dude,
you got a
there's-
light.
There is something about that, just like Stardew Valley. Like, you know what? I just want to go farm. You know,
but
like, there's
what?
just something
I
about that.
love
like
fishing.
there's
Look,
just
you're
something
fishing
about-
with friends. We go fish together. Look, he just landed
That's
his
some
ship.
pretty,
He landed his ship there. Now he's gonna go.
Those are some pretty rough
He's gonna
waters.
go. Hey,
for
I've got
fishing.
some fish that I caught. Oh, how much have you collected? Look at all these species.
Oh man, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Oh, here's my hover dock where I'm fishing on this hover
It's like
dock.
a hover sailboat.
Yeah. Oh, here's my little octopus bobblehead now in my spaceship. I'm gonna fly to the best waters in the universe. Oh,
And,
dirty,
a diving
dude! Is
space,
there
that is pretty cool.
like? Does this not just make you say, "Holy crap! No Man's Sky is amazing"? And because it's not just this; it's this on top of everything else. Constantly, they're doing this. It's the best space game. How can I give them enough praise?
Well, and it does make me. I like sci-fi, but I think if I had to choose between the two, I would lean fantasy a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me excited about the Light No Fire, because it seems like it's more of it basically seems like No Man's Sky but fantasy.
Fantasy, yeah.
And if you could fish in a fantasy game,
If you can
Like
fish in
Black
fantasy,
Desert
you can
Online.
fish anywhere.
yeah,
Speaking of remember that game Crimson Desert they put our reaction in their trailer?
yeah, that game's not out yet, is it?
It's coming out soon.
coming out soon,
so
yeah.
more
Did
and
they
more
really?
Yeah, don't you remember that?
I don't remember
They put
that.
our reaction in their trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, they even asked.
They did?
Yeah,
Dude, where
I think David said yeah.
No, they didn't ask. They let us know in comments of one of our videos, and so we went and checked it out.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
they asked.
We should find that after. Let's find that in the members program.
Okay, we'll find it in the membership.
But that game, more and more gameplay of that is coming out, and that game also, it's the developers of Black Desert Online, but it's like this open world RPG.
Yeah, it's like a single player.
I'm blown away.
Yeah.
It's freaking cool, dude. But No Man's Sky, does anyone do it better? What game has this kind of support for this long?
I mean,
I mean, like a lot of
I
games.
could literally
No,
name
no, no, but
five.
like,
I can name 10.
But
Yeah,
no
like,
game. But no game was
Okay.
a disaster at first. Like this game just.
I mean, I can actually
name some too.
I
yeah.
can name some of
Also-
those as well.
Also, is
Keep going. Keep trying,
yeah,
David.
hey, shut up.
You did narrow it down, but not by much.
Hey, shut up. Also, isn't this technically an MMO? Is this a modern
I think
MMO?
that was the launch problem.
Yeah, I think
you're bringing up what caused the launch issues.
Okay.
I would say it's an aggressively cooperative cooperative experience.
Aggressively co-op, like aggressive love.
I guess if you want to put it that way, but yeah, aggressively co-op.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what's annoying
It's
is when
easy to-
Jordan comes into my world, names my planet something stupid.
Didn't I name it like Body Banger 69?
I think you did.
And you couldn't
it was
change
my
it.
home planet.
because it was-
everything.
It was
Because
our
you're
own
the-
planet, yeah.
Jordan's like, hey, you didn't change it. You
Hey, I
didn't,
can name your planet.
You didn't name this
Can't
yet.
change it.
Yeah,
I love that, though.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
My home
Where does Mark
planet
live?
was Body Banger 69.
I'm surprised their filter didn't catch that. Maybe
Dude,
I spelled it in a good way.
Hey, we got a fish on your planet. Okay?
It actually is it's like a paradise planet. It's
Yeah.
got a nice lookout. It's
Yeah, it
really
does.
pretty.
I remember you just had built up like factories.
I
there.
had everything. I put all my eggs in one basket, and Jordan comes in for what, like a half hour? And then he does that and leaves. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I'm like, okay, how do I rename this?
So in No Man's
Yeah, it wouldn't let you. That's funny.
So in No Man's Sky, is it on a server then, and like you're technically playing with everyone, but you're just in your own instance? Like for instance, because Jordan named your planet, so now your planet is permanently that.
Yeah, but I think because of how the game is made, it's super unlikely to run across a random player.
So in Malta, I could be in my own game in a planet in your same solar system, and
Correct.
and just come and visit but I wouldn't necessarily see you.
I think you would.
No, you would see, yeah, but you would have to like join me.
Yeah.
But so the big problem with the launch was they said, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you'll be able to see friends, but you actually couldn't because it was impossible. And then when
You remember we jumped in at launch, actually.
yeah. Then they
we jumped in at launch of Xbox. We're talking about PlayStation launch, like the original launch.
Oh, yeah. We didn't jump in at that launch, no.
Not very many people did.
No.
Well, and
Well,
when they did,
people
that,
did,
I bet
but
you
then
more.
they all-
I bet
then
you
they
more.
jumped right back out.
I bet you more people did than they did in Concord.
100% agree.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's,
I'll take that bet to the bank.
That
I ain't betting that.
No,
that is.
All right, let's talk about Diablo. We do have some super chats. Warren Cooper, member for 46 months, tier 1 wingman status. Thank you very much. Beast in the house, member Master Chief for 50 months. Have I been a member long enough to put one of you kids through college? I think he has.
Your kids through college?
I think he has. I think Gracias, big
Yeah,
Gracias, the
right.
Beast. I think he's our longest lasting at Master Chief level.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's
50
not even
months.
close. Beast, huge shout out. Thank you very much for that. Diablo 4 has made in 1 year $1 billion in revenue.
So
2 years.
let's preface this
2023.
with,
Did it drop in
we
2023?
only know this because some developer on the team
Poor
put
guy.
this in his LinkedIn account.
dude, I feel so. And he didn't even do it like he did it the right way. Like he just updated.
Was
like his
Was he
what
one of
he
the-
accomplished at Blizzard.
oh, because was he one of the ones let go in the recent?
No, I don't think he's been let
Oh,
go.
okay, so
I
he's-
think he was just updating his LinkedIn.
Like
Because
accomplishments.
Maybe
Yeah.
now he is.
And it was something I could bring up the exact story, but it was something like I was part of the team that worked on driving blah 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 in 1 billion sales in fiscal year or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he had like two more references to it.
You're right. 2020 June in 2023. Sorry.
Since then, that profile has been taken down. I feel so bad for that guy because
He was proud of his work.
this is not an instance in which he.
You don't think he did it maliciously?
No,
he was just
and he's not trying to show. He's like literally, I think, just up. At least
Maybe
that's
he
how
was
I
looking to
take
find
it.
another job.
Yeah, that
Because
would
when you
suck.
update your LinkedIn,
Yeah. Well, no, but I
moving on.
think what you do is if you're on top of it, anytime something big and momentous happens, you update it so you don't have to go back and do that, right?
Okay.
But poor guy, dude.
You think he got a
Zach?
talking to?
Zach, did you just update your LinkedIn profile? You said this number. We're not supposed to let that out, dude.
The accounting department
Oh,
walks
shit.
over to his cubicle and like
He goes into
suits.
HR. Oh no. Oh no. So I think here's the thing.
Here's the question.
Yeah, go
Why
ahead.
don't you release those numbers? Like, for example, back in the day, World of Warcraft every month used to release numbers because they were going up and up and up, and they eventually got to 15 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they stopped releasing numbers is when it went down.
I think
and I know why you don't release numbers when they go down.
Well, no, they release those numbers in like earnings calls.
Yeah, but not really. They say they don't give you the actual subscriber count. They say active Blizzard players.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's not the actual subscriber
Because
count.
here's the
of
thing:
Warcraft.
sometimes numbers like that can be weaponized against you. Like even though it's a good thing, it
like
can be,
now, like hey, remember when World of Warcraft had 15 million subscribers?
Here's an example, and I don't
Man.
think that. So the person I saw this story on Windows Central, and I like Windows Central. I think it's a good website, but this person clearly didn't like microtransactions, and he twisted it in a way that due to helped along by the headline was devilish microtransactions.
I actually read that article.
Yeah.
I know exactly what article you're talking about.
And the thing is, I did a video about it over on my YouTube channel talking about this. The thing is, he said, what surprised me even more about that 1 billion number is how much of it was from microtransactions. Out of the 1 billion, only 150 million was microtransactions, which works out to be exactly 15%.
So
I would have expected it to be more. I
Yeah.
actually think that's low, and I think that that's a sign that Diablo 4 is in a very good place. Like, that's a very healthy game in my mind. To have only... I would have expected it to be like 25% microtransactions at least.
So 15% was microtransactions,
Yeah.
and the rest of it was pure game sales.
Pure game sales.
yeah.
And probably like
Across
let's say expansion pre-purchases as well, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That is impressive. Well, I mean, I don't know. Is it really surprising? Like everybody, I think,
Well, we know it was
bought
the
and
top
played
selling.
Diablo.
It was like the top selling game last year.
Actually,
right?
what makes that impressive is the fact that it's on Game Pass and it still made that many sales.
Well, but
Well, I
it
guess
came
it
to
came
Game
to Game
Pass
Pass later,
afterwards.
yeah.
But still, what's impressive is this is Microsoft's new baby.
Well, I mean,
Like,
Diablo.
this idea that Xbox, you know, they have all these cross-platform games, they should just become a publisher.
Well, I mean, I
Why?
think
They just made $1 billion off of one entity.
Well,
Yeah.
1 billion minus 78 billion that they purchased it. You know.
So they just need 78 more Diablos. They made that up.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Also, though, how much has Diablo Immortals brought in?
oh, that was
Now that's the malicious part.
yeah, that one, this article would make sense for. You know, that one, like
Devilish is
at
true.
least with Diablo, it's strictly cosmetic stuff. Like you can get mad, like, oh, there's a $60 horse in the shop. We can get mad all we want. That's fine. But the fact that it doesn't mess with gameplay,
Yeah.
you can at least like, okay, whatever. I have the self-control not to buy a $60 horse.
But the thing is that
Diablo Immortal doesn't let you do
No,
that.
but the thing is I actually, because I fell into that trap. Remember when we looked at what the actual, I was like, a $50 horse? Are you kidding me? And we went and looked at it. They actually...
But it came with the currency.
Yeah,
in
it comes with the currency, so it's a sweetener. So it's actually a decent deal.
Yeah,
like
it
it's
wasn't
not.
bad.
It's
well, I
actually
think there's
not a
there's been a
ripoff.
few more since then.
No, but like, can we go to the Diablo? Is there a place that we
I'm
can go
gonna
to the
be.
Diablo
I'm gonna
store?
be. I'm just gonna
Let's
be.
see, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna be straight up honest.
Current in the Diablo.
$20 to change your portal color.
But again, it's not just change. It's a sweetener, so it comes with the currency
It
as
comes
well.
with. It was a package deal.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And it was like I was like really like, oh my gosh, a $60 skin. That's what everybody was saying. And
Yeah,
all
that
the news
was the
articles and all
highlight,
stuff.
yeah.
And then you look it up, and it's like, well, it's $60 worth of coins. You know, like their currency, and then you also get that horse on top of it, and it's like, oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
I wish I could see the store. I can't see the store.
Go to Xbox and then just search the DLC stuff for it.
It was not nearly
Oh,
as
no
bad
problem.
as what the world was.
No, because
clickbaiting you with.
that's how they get you, or to get you to think that it's a bad deal because it's a $50 for a horse skin. Well, but it's actually not. Like they're actually doing a good job in being fair about those purchases.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, it's not Diablo
I mean,
Immortal.
I mean, fair.
Especially since
fair.
it's just
I mean,
cosmetics.
it's all perception, right? Like, do I
Well-
think $20 for the color purple is fair? No, so I didn't buy it. Like,
Well, but value is subjective.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, store value is
You know.
subjective. You don't like the color purple that much, clearly.
No, nor did I think $20 was worth
hateful.
green, blue, or yellow.
Hateful.
Well,
And
Hateful-
then,
hateful bigot.
in contrast, Jordan is considering spending $60 to buy
The
some skins
Warcraft
from
bundles. Yeah, for
on
Overwatch. See, now that actually has to see, like it's all subjective. It's like, that's cool.
Hey, Diablo, you want to sell Jordan some $60 skins? You do a crossover with World of Warcraft, and he will buy those.
You put it's mostly like Arthas skin. It's like, well,
that
all
Arthas
right.
skin is
and the
phenomenal.
emotes are pretty cool. The quest giver emotes,
Yeah,
like you're
where
telling me
you
about,
give a quest. That's
Yeah.
one of your emotes.
the quest of the thing goes above your head.
Exclamation
The
mark.
point.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah, so
Except with purple,
you're right. The
with the
store
stupid
is
purple
subjective.
colors.
What I find,
Get it out of here.
I do not find value in colors. I find value in the Lich King.
Carrying the Lich King and something that you have a nostalgic memory
Yeah.
of. But I think this.
And he's holding a sword.
I think this shows. I said this in my video this week. I think this is going to be one of those points in time where we look back and we see, oh, there were signs. There were signs that Xbox was going to absolutely dominate the next 10 years of gaming, and that's one of them.
What really makes this interesting, kind of. So I mean, they've made so Diablo's always been the ARPG that has been a broader audience. Like that's what Blizzard does. They take games that are good and they make it for a broader audience. That's what World of Warcraft did. That's what Diablo did. I don't know StarCraft. Maybe StarCraft's the anomaly. Yeah,
Anomaly.
where it was
That's really good.
was there?
You got there.
Yeah, was there anything like before? Because StarCraft was what 96 or 98, something like that. Like, was there any RTS that was just dominant before that?
I mean, you have Age of Empires.
I guess no, you had Command and Conquer and stuff like that. Yeah. So I guess they took Star. So anyway, what I'm interested to see is because of the popularity of like Diablo, people have really been getting into ARPGs, and as Mark knows, Path of Exile 2 is looking phenomenal.
It looks so
But
good.
here's the thing I wonder if because Path of Exile has always been the more hardcore ARPG. Just look at their passive skill tree. Now, some people may say, "Oh, it's but like when a normal player looks at the passive skill tree, it's like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah.
Like there's. But I wonder, I don't know. I wonder what the success of Path of Exile is going to be because it's coming out in a few weeks. Path of Exile 2. So I'm curious because of the popularity of Diablo.
Let's see.
Will that carry? Because I as good as Path of Exile 2 looks, and I'm super excited for the game. I think it looks phenomenal. You even think it looks better than Diablo, which I actually agree with you.
From
what I'm seeing, and there is things that I think Path of Exile 1 does that are better than Diablo, but Diablo just appeals to such a broad audience because they don't do some of the things that Path of Exile does. I'm curious. What I'm saying is there's been so many eyes on Diablo, which has brought so many eyes to ARPGs. I wonder if Path of Exile is going to
total
benefit from
revenue
that.
from Path of Exile. What do you think?
What did you just say? What?
Total revenue of Path of Exile.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. That's been around for so long.
It's
a free-to-play game,
and they also have microtransactions.
Yeah.
Sorry, so just year to date, 2023. So just in 1 year.
Oh, in 1 year.
So Diablo did 1 billion revenue. So revenue is
This is not apples to apples, though, David. This is a game that's like 8 years old.
yeah, true, no doubt. But what do you think it is?
Okay.
I would say so. Diablo
I
did
have no idea.
Diablo did 1 billion.
Yeah.
I would say Path of Exile did 10% of that. So 10
So 100
million.
million?
100 million.
So I see over.
Whoa,
under,
in a year?
In 1 year.
Oof, 100 million in a year?
I
don't think so. I think Path of Exile is popular. I don't think it's
70 million.
50 million.
70. Spicy wins. 83 million.
83. Oh, I should have stayed at
83
100
million.
Yeah, I still would have
Well,
won.
good for Path of
Because
Exile.
it's closest to without going over. We do price of right rules here, baby.
Yeah, $1.
Always. $1, Bob.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, I want the car.
I mean, there's a lot of money to be made in ARPGs.
Well, yeah. Well, and Path of Exile is a phenomenal game. It really is. It's. If I were to choose what is the better ARPG, I think I would say Path of Exile is.
Yep.
And that's the first one compared to Diablo 4. But Diablo 4 it's so...
Well, is it a Fortnite contest where, maybe Path of Exile will absolutely crush it? A lot of people are raving about it.
Oh, yeah.
But the raid at speed that Diablo is coming, dropping seasons and dropping stuff that like it's just.
Oh, Path of Exile does the same thing. They do that now. They call their seasons leagues.
Oh, okay.
And they actually, they do leagues all the time. I think Diablo does seasons because Path of Exile did it successfully.
I see.
So, and Path of Exile's had their ups and downs. I mean, some leagues hit really hard, some leagues didn't, and and they make base game adjustments depending on sometimes things in leagues are really popular, and so. But I Diablo is just so much. I don't want to say barrier to entry because Path of Exile barrier to entry isn't hard.
Yeah,
but Diablo I think is just so appealing to the
broader audience.
Yeah.
It's like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone.
Yeah.
It's like
actually
hardcore people play Magic the Gathering. They love it. But Hearthstone is just a broader audience card game.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to put it.
And that's what Blizzard does well.
But it makes me want, because even people that have never heard of Path of Exile before, but are playing Diablo, so therefore are getting into ARPGs, happen to say, oh man, this Path of Exile 2 game looks really cool. I'm curious. I think Path of Exile 2 is going to do good regardless, but I wonder if the popularity of Diablo will shift over to Path of Exile.
Yeah, I think it will for sure. Oh, but then you have to think about that you're hooked. You have committed so much time and effort into.
You're like invested in your characters, or invested in your all your loot that you got.
The way like let me just give you an example of
that $50 horse hooks you.
Let me just give you an example of how awesome Path of Exile is. Like, I think it's because they're a smaller team, so they can do things. I think they can pivot quicker.
So they do things smaller.
Yeah, well, I think I don't know. Like, I think it's the same reason like indie devs, like we've said in the past, can think outside of the box because they're smaller teams.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying Path of Exile is a super small team, but they're not as big as Blizzard for sure.
Yeah,
but just to give you an example of so Blizzard came out and I think it was Season of Loot or Loot Reborn season. They completely not redid, but they made changes to Necromancer, and I think like 80% of player base was Necromancer because it was awesome. The minion build. It was like, oh good, they're overpowered, they're awesome, let's play it. Path of Exile during that season shows off their sorcerer, and their sorcerer is their summoner build.
Yeah.
And there was such a cool, and it's these little things. There was such a cool feature. So
is this Path of Exile?
We're watching Path of Exile.
Yeah, this boss fight looks awesome.
So and this is another thing. You notice the boss. Let me tell you something. You notice how the floor is gray.
Yeah.
And the boss's abilities are not the same color as the floor. Like that's just another really nice thing.
But Diablo I didn't find any super confusing.
Nah,
it's terrible.
It's not as bad as Warcraft. I think they're learning.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Warcraft is getting better.
Well, I will say this boss mechanics though is freaking cool, too.
Yeah,
that looks really good.
No, but there's a really cool thing their summoner class did in Path of Exile. So your summoner class, you kill enemies and then you summon them, and they're your minions.
Sure.
And that's how it works in Diablo and all these other games. So in Path of Exile 2, the sorcerer killed an enemy with a poison.
Oh, and
when she come back, it came back and it does poison damage.
Yeah, that's smart.
As opposed to like when she killed this enemy regular, it's just a regular enemy. So like the way it's little things like that make the game really cool.
If I could describe it just based off the two, it's like less cartoony, but just slightly. It has like I think Spicy said this before. There's like a Diablo 2 grit here.
This is Path of Exile.
This is Path of Exile compared to Diablo 4. There is just something. How do I say this appropriately?
For me, it's the animations of like the fighting, like the move sets. They're just super.
Like look,
sexy.
You're like, oh, these lines I know to dodge these.
Can we like real time trade off in between this and Diablo 4?
Yeah, do the Lilith
let's fight right back.
Diablo. Okay, I'll keep it playing.
Do a boss fight in Diablo.
Now is this this is 4K? Yeah, this is 4K PC. Like, do you see? It's like a little more dull. Granted, there's levels that aren't so dull.
Well, and to be fair, I actually think the art style of Diablo 4 is top notch. Like, I really like the direction they went in, especially from Diablo 3 to Diablo 4. And I do think Diablo 4 obviously looks better than Path of Exile 1, but Path of Exile 2, I think.
Well, the art style,
I think the
there
scale
is something
tips
like more cartoony, like about your character specifically, than like go back to Path of Exile now. Yeah, like just or even
Sharper.
look at that boss fight though. Ooh.
This boss fight's cool. This is the one they show off in a lot of their trailers.
Or even all of that. Like look at the lighting.
But you're right.
So
there almost is like
more adult.
one extra layer of grittiness to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it has this just cool factor to it.
Now and I mean,
Not that I love Diablo 4. I've had a blast playing it, but
check this out. The floor is brown, and every boss ability is like a bright orange color. Like you can see the mechanics.
Look at that. Hold on,
It's
just
so
look at that
it's just
ability. All the shards, bone shards, and then oh my gosh, that is so sexy.
I mean they do nail the boss. They're nailing the boss fights. Is
Like
there
look,
a boss fight
again. Look at the
big in
telegraph.
Diablo 4?
Look at
Well, they
some
have
of the
like
world
the
boss.
world events.
But look at the telegraphing. Like it's not. I don't mind a difficult boss fight. What I get frustrated with is when you don't know you're standing in an ability that one shots you.
Yeah.
You know, and Diablo had a lot of that towards the beginning. I think they still do have quite a bit of it, but
And we'll go back to Diablo.
that being said, I still do have fun with
Well, can we
Diablo.
go to is there like a oh there we go. This is like a world fight.
Just type in like Lilith fight. Diablo 4 Lilith fight.
So this is a world. Well, no, this is a mini boss. But I can, yeah.
I do want to shout out in chat.
And just I
ahead.
just want to point out, you're playing on a snow level, and every ability the boss is dropping is white.
Yep.
Like that's
See, that's what we're talking
I mean,
about.
yes, you can notice these ones, but that's my point.
But when you're doing like a world boss,
Yeah,
it's much harder to see
worse.
it.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Especially when you have a necromancer with 16 people running around you, and there's 5 other necromancers. You cannot see a thing.
You didn't know whose minions were who. Like
You
that
can't
stuff was
see- You
crazy.
can't see the ground. Yeah. And then, so let's go back to this.
I mean, I think it's like contrast of the level. I mean, look, you've got like this foreground, you've got background there that adds to the epicness, which Diablo has that as well. But I don't remember playing like this epic of Lilith was freaking cool. Yeah, there's something about the art style here that it feels more gritty.
Yeah. No, I think you're
Just
right.
the eyeball,
It
it's
almost
the eyeball test.
it does have like that extra layer of grit that's appealing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
Dude, that ability's awesome.
He's taking bone shards from his minions?
No, he's
He's
pulling
just
it out of the
yeah,
air.
it's like a charging ability too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out for like this. Just looks like a fun boss fight. Like, look, everything is well telegraphed. It's
it's
like
a clock.
he can learn the mechanics while playing it, and then just like it's a good, well designed boss fight. It's probably one of the earlier bosses, but still, it's a good, well designed.
Yeah, it seemed like an early boss fight.
Not impressed.
Okay, this one might be better because this is more like Diablo has a lot of these gray. Bro, what is that though?
I forget which class this is. Yeah,
Dude, look
but-
at like just the gunfire coming
See,
out.
and
You're,
now-
Spicy's
now-
right. The animations.
well, and now you're thinking like what Mark said a little while ago. You're like, I think this game looks better than Diablo 4.
I really do think it does look better than Diablo 4. I mean, it's wow, blown away. When does this drop?
A couple weeks.
Oh, we're coming, man. What a
Is it September? I think is it early? It's like early access September, but I think it's coming on the console. So I don't know if it's quite early access or what, how it's working, but September something is when it's dropping. September 25th or something like that.
This has a good chance.
And I'm pretty sure it's dropping on the console same time. Maybe I'm wrong, but wherever it's dropping, I'm playing it.
Yeah. And it has had so much time to be polished too. That's what's exciting for me.
yeah.
I hate playing games that are broken on launch.
Which is
Which is
unfortunately quite a few
A
games.
lot of them. So, yeah, I'm like I don't even.
Like even just this is like this is like a mini boss fight. Like, but look how, and like I love that. Like it's almost like it's a more gothic look.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely more of a like a mature look. I want to say.
Well,
It's
I
gritty.
mean-
Gritty's the best word.
Yeah.
It's not only on PC. It's on console. Is it dropping day one on console?
No. It's going to be on console as
Yeah.
well. We know that. I don't
Potion,
know
buddy.
if the
But is it dropping day one?
look at the release date. It's September
I'll look at it
something.
right now.
I because I was under the impression that the September one is like the early release, and I don't know if that. I think it's anyway. Path of Exile 2.
So October 23rd.
Two. No, two. There we go.
So this game could go
November
15th
is when it comes.
Yes, he will enter early access.
Yeah.
This game could go.
Yep, it's everywhere.
So it'll be
everywhere gets
early access.
Did you guys see the morphing? Okay, I'm gonna reverse. Like, look at the animations for like morphing in and out of the.
Does he go back to the bear?
Yeah, he will. Like, look.
Everybody's like, "This is the druid I wanted."
It's super.
But even look in the foreground. It's like, look at all the like goblins cheering him on. You're doing like a gladiator fight here. Wow.
And co-op.
Yeah.
So
I mean, a game like what Concord did for me is it made me go play Overwatch again, which is so funny. And I mean, this game could let's say it is just mediocre, which I doubt it'll be. I will go back probably and play Diablo.
Well, we got the Diablo. It's actually lined up perfect, guys. I actually wanted to talk to you about it.
Give me this lineup.
Diablo 4 expansion. Season of Hatred, Vessel of Hatred releases. I think that's what releases on September 20th or something like that. Maybe it was something like that. And then it's pretty much almost exactly 2 weeks later. This comes out. So we got us a lot of ARPG.
Oh my gosh, we sure do.
So we gotta burn through Mephisto's expansion.
Weren't you the one?
And then jump right into
Jordan? Wasn't it like
October 8th,
3 days ago? Weren't you saying, "Hey, you want to join me for New World"?
Yeah, that's also coming on the console.
Did you get in the beta of New World?
No, I've already played the game. I know what it's like.
No. The beta of what's this New World?
Eternum. Yeah, I'm actually really not. I feel bad saying this. I'm really not excited for the update itself. I'm just more excited that it's going to be on the console.
Oh, okay. I forget who was talking about it. Someone was talking about it in Discord and was super, super excited about it. And I was watching gameplay of it.
I think
the gameplay looks really cool.
I think New World will be fun. Like if we all play through New World, I think it'll be fun playing, leveling up, doing skill stuff. The reason I stopped playing New World on PC is because at a certain point I just felt like there's not much else left to do.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but like I understand why a lot of the hardcore New World players are kind of also upset at this update because they're not the biggest thing they're adding is console support. So there's really not a ton of. I mean, I don't know all the specifics of what's in Eternum update, but I know some YouTubers I watch, the hardcore New World guys were like, well, what else do you got?
Look, David, at this fight right here, and Jordan. Look at when the bear smashes the ground. Look at what it does to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And how it, like, interacts with... Like, it leaves, and it slowly fades away like it melts into the ground. Yeah. David, are you? I need your eyes here. Look at the animation, look at the ground as he pounds the ground, and how it stays, like, it affects the world around you.
Yeah, it stays there permanently as the rocks move, right?
And it slowly fades away, but it doesn't... Oh, man. It does it in such a... Like, it's... The game is just...
Okay, here's the thing. So, October, what did I say, 4th or 8th for Diablo?
Season of Hatred,
drop.
4th, 5th.
But then Black Ops drops October 25th, and then November, we've got Path of Exile.
That's a Game Pass title.
And Call of Duty is a Game Pass title. And you want to hear the numbers from the freaking beta, the open beta? They broke all previous records for their open beta numbers. It's the number one most in total players that have ever done a Call of Duty beta. It's the number one in hours played. It's the number one in playtime per player. So it's not just that you got the most players, but each of those players played the longest that it's ever played.
No,
and it's the number one in most matches played. This is going to be the most... Everyone is saying this is going to be the most successful Call of Duty launch of all time.
I would also just like to add, I believe... Now, I don't know for sure, but you know how Black Ops or Call of Duty does a beta every time they come out?
Yeah.
Usually that beta is locked behind a pre-order. I think they did the pre-order beta one weekend, and then the following weekend was anybody.
I see.
So I think you're also, but I also think that's like... I think this is going to be the biggest Call of Duty ever, one, just because of Game Pass.
Also, and I like this move, and I think this is a Microsoft influence move, there is no early access campaign. So you cannot pay for early access to the campaign, which tells me there may be some huge spoilers in that campaign. It's day one release for everyone.
Or they watched what Blizzard did with World of Warcraft, and they were like, "Yeah, maybe we should just avoid that." So Blizzard came out to
what does leveling have to do in the campaign for Call of Duty?
No, it wasn't that. Like, I don't care about that really. Like, because the way Blizzard did it with the new World of Warcraft expansion. The game came out on Tuesday. If you paid extra money, you got it Friday. Some people were upset. Some people didn't care. But whatever. The way they structured their release of like season 1 and all that stuff, it didn't really matter if you played days early because of how everything worked out. I think as an early access, Blizzard actually kind of did make it as fair as possible. Where they screwed up and what they did that was stupid is early access went off at, let's say, like 3 p.m. At 3:01 p.m. early access, Blizzard's Twitter channel was like posting all the cinematics for the campaign. I was like, guys, I haven't even got there yet. Stop it.
That's funny. C-Rad Sparky, who had some kind words for us. So huge shout out to C-Rad Sparky 481, says this is his favorite podcast to listen to. Thank you, C-Rad. He asks, Jordan the Man.
Yeah.
Actually, let's go to Spicy on this.
Yeah.
What's your guys' opinion on the Omni movement in the new Call of Duty? So that's their like parkour. You can slide. They show it off quite a bit.
Should we pull it up?
Well, it's it's the new big feature.
The other big feature that I love personally,
Round-based zombies.
No, is being able to pick up a dead body or use another player as a shield.
Can I say why that is the best feature?
Why?
Okay, so if you don't know, like David said, you can pick up an enemy player in multiplayer and use them as a shield and a hostage.
So cool.
When you do that, both mics turn on.
Yes.
So there was
yes.
The Twitter was amazing. Like there was one guy that picked a guy up and he goes, "I'm taking you to the bathroom," and the guy was like, "No."
So if you if you just go to the latest trailer, Spicy, it's present hard in it. Like they're going out of their way to show it off.
Turning on those mics when you do that is what makes that feature next level, because the interactions between people, like, "I got you," and they're like, "Leave me, don't kill me, don't kill me." It was so funny.
There it is.
Pew Pew Padawan, also known as MMA, writes in and says, "Omni movement is cool. I think once I master that, I'll get ultra sweaty." I think that is true. Beast says Omni movement is pretty cool. If you're good at it, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I didn't play the beta at all, but I've heard the Omni movement is cool. And I've heard the mic thing. I've seen tons of the mic things on Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah.
Where you take them prisoner and they're like talking to each other.
So if you go like gameplay, your Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
That's what all of. I just said COD trailer, so sorry.
Oh, there, Black Ops 6 Omni movement. Yeah, you could do the
just
gameplay.
do frags.
Just do
This
gameplay.
is
People will
someone
actually be
playing it.
using
Let's
it.
see if they're in the trailer. They really go out of their way to show.
What's the trailer called? Like, that's my problem here.
Maybe gameplay trailer.
I just pulled. I just
Omni
had that.
Omni movement,
Okay, sorry guys.
and then add trailer. But no, I've heard really good things about it. Multiplayer. Not that I've met the other multiplayer, but it doesn't work. That one that you're on.
Gameplay
now.
overview. Right there, down. Xbox Showcase. That's the one. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
There it
Omni
is.
movement.
Omni movement. Hi, I'm Bill. I shave my head because I'm bald.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's the roll. Slide up to the glass. Oh, laterally, sideways, backwards, sideways again. That's the Omni movement, everybody. So for those of you that are listening, Omni movement basically means that you can move in any direction while still firing your gun.
Well, and moving at the same speed.
Yeah.
And
it's
everything,
the roll,
your character
dude.
like moves smoother when
Bro, the roll.
doing these.
So, what are my thoughts on it?
Yeah, what are your thoughts, Spicy? What do you think?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, well, we're done. We're done here.
I mean, when you ever watch anybody play that's professional, they're always switching their weapons when nothing's going on, and they're sliding, jumping, sliding in Apex, for example. It's just we like to do stuff while we're running from place to place, it keeps you nimble and loose. That's a lot of the pro players do that just to stay
fresh.
Yeah, stay nimble, stay fresh.
That's
so
cool.
Cool looking though.
The jumping out of the window and shoot, that was really cool.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Hostage, taking a
The
hostage.
shield.
That's
I
funny
love
that the mics turn
like the
on.
mics.
That's
Yeah,
so awesome.
you have got to watch it. The best one I saw was when the guy took him and he goes, "I'm taking you to the bathroom." And the guy was like, "No, don't do it." Yeah, it was.
Do you remember? Oh, what game was it? Was it Burnout Paradise where the camera would
it was the
turn
camera.
on?
Yeah, that was. If you had a camera, it would take
that
it.
was when we were naive about the internet still. That was when the whole world was still naive about the internet.
But you would like you
and what
take
can
your-
be done with it.
And it's like you see people
like, because they just won. Yeah.
and you had to actually buy the webcam for that to work. But remember, that was like the first days of video conferencing.
Yeah.
And so people would have that to talk to their friends with video. And
Yeah.
so when you played Burnout Paradise and you'd smash the opponent into the wall, it would come up.
It would send your victory picture to them.
Yeah.
And it was always people like, yeah. And then you just hear people laughing on the other end because they got the picture.
Or mooning the camera.
This is kind of the same thing, but a little bit more safe.
To be honest, I actually don't think there's a game where proximity chat would not increase that game value.
It is the best thing.
Can you imagine, like, even World of Warcraft? I'm not even kidding. Can you imagine going into Stormwind, proximity chat's turned on?
You just hear crowds of people talking.
The only time I actually thought chat was a bad idea is when they added it to, like, Dota 2. That was kind of like, who had that idea?
Yeah, that all you had to do was look at Peck's chat to see that would be a good idea.
That idea didn't work out too well.
Yeah. Shout out to Super Shocker who just dropped a super chat for us, $9.99. Thank you very much, Super Shocker. He says it's Halloween gaming season. I'm getting down on some Hogwarts Legacy, only $20.
Dude, that's a fantastic deal.
That's
for
a
that
good
game.
deal for
that's
that
a
game.
Great
Yeah, if you've
game.
not picked up Hogwarts Legacy, $20. That game does some things.
There's a big sale going on with all Xbox. It was like 90% off on a lot of games.
85% off, 90% off on a lot of them.
I had to actually
some good ones in there.
I had to sit down.
Diablo 4 is one of them that's in there.
I had to sit down with my kids this week about Harry Potter.
Oh,
It was actually your kids too. Yeah.
Why?
Well, no. So our kids were playing like Harry Potter together because
What happened?
we all have wands now, right?
Were you like, please don't kill with the curse?
Yeah, and they were doing like
You stupefy kids.
they were doing Expelliarmus, and they would like one person would do it and the other kid would drop the wand, but then they all laugh. And then I'm sitting there like making everybody hot chocolate or something, and all of a sudden I hear like Avada Kedavra and like, oh, you died, you're dead, and I was like, guys. We don't use the killing spell in this house. Like, what's going on? Like, everybody was doing it.
Safety's on.
Yeah, like, hey. Like, we don't, yeah. It was weird. Like, it was a weird conversation, but I had to say, hey, in this house, we don't use the killing
In this
spell.
house, we...
Yeah, all right?
Red lights, not green lights.
Yeah, like,
okay?
we don't use the killing spell in this house.
You know
all
what
right?
they should? You know what they should do? You know what would be a cool game is wands with that like maybe like that then attached to your arm. You know, with those like electric nodes and it like messes up your arm.
Wait, where are you going with this? Because
And
this
you
could
have
go
to, like,
this could go a lot of different directions.
No, and like it's a set of wands, and you can like point them and name your spell, and like depending on the spell, like affects
it'll
your
do the,
nodes.
like,
and, like,
little-
and you like drop that. You're like, ah!
Yeah. Wow.
You just practice your what's the spell called where they shoot it out of your hand?
I think that's Expelliarmus, yeah.
Expelliarmus. You could just that'd be a game of Expelliarmus. I'd buy that.
Yeah, and they were using super, but then it just went dark. Like everybody was Avada Kedavra. Like and it was like
One does it.
Yeah, they all just started. It was like that
It's
Halo
like
match.
Who punched first?
It was like that Halo match we had where everybody was kind of sitting around, and then when one bullet went off, they all just
just proof of game theory.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I never thought I'd had.
Escalation at its finest.
Yeah, when one goes negative, you have to go negative.
Yeah.
There's no.
So anyway, I never thought I'd have to have that conversation. In
By
the
the way,
house.
you guys always talk about
killing
my
spells.
strategies in Civilization. That's my strategy. It's game theory. You go negative, I up it exponentially. Negatively.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, wow, that's a lot of good. Since this is on Game Pass, have we all been into a Call of Duty in a while? We haven't.
I'm sure we'll play this one for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty excited for the campaign on this one.
I like this part where he steals the motorcycle from the museum.
It's impressive they have gas in it at the museum. Like that's
historic.
Either
gas.
someone didn't do their job or that's just quality gas.
Historic gas.
It was quite convenient for the plot, for sure.
You know what's convenient? Can we rewind
maybe
like 3 seconds there?
earlier in the level
Right there.
they went
What's
to
convenient is just these are just our play testers, but we have badass lighting in between the things because we totally didn't know we were going to record this spot. Look at that badass lighting right there, perfectly lined up and set up on black desks and production.
It's almost as if the production did
Almost
their
as
job.
if the production team did a really good job. Okay, let's have you stand here, and behind you we'll have 2 guys pretend they're on a computer doing work. But in actuality...
Yeah.
I would like to be a motion capture guy.
That does look like a fun job.
Like, they're just like, hey, we're going to pull you, just act like you're dying or something. Oh, okay.
I'm sure it's much harder than we think.
I've done
guys-
stuff-
I just
like
think
those
it would
guys
be
have
fun.
to be in shape and...
I've done stuff like that, and it is very demanding on a body. Like, I've filmed people
You've not
doing
been the body.
I've filmed people doing that, and it can be very dangerous work.
Yeah. My middle name in college was Body.
You know what I really
Dude,
like?
my filter kicked in so hard, so many phrases. Like,
So right
I
here,
could not say.
Body.
you know what I heard? So I have seen people play the beta, and you know what I heard? So one of the features they were talking about was the auto lean through corners.
Yeah.
Some of the players were saying that it actually
Hindered you?
no it almost seemed to be it helped level PC versus controller.
Oh, I can see
That
that.
auto lean
Yeah, I can see
feature,
that.
you know. So, I mean, PC can do the auto lean too, but that was just like one small comment. And then they just went on about just like it works because the fear was, what if it leans when I don't want it to? But they basically said it works actually really good.
Dude.
So, but no, I think it looks good. You know,
It does look good.
And this is the Call of Duty that has had the longest development cycle. So, who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought that?
You give them time,
Who'd have thought it'll be the biggest, biggest release ever?
they come out with a product.
I mean, we still.
I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, it still could go terribly wrong.
Guys, I think this is coming out. This is coming out. Indiana Jones is coming out.
Path of Exile.
Path of Exile.
That one's the Diablo expansion.
Then next year we've got Grand Theft Auto 6.
And like for some weird reason, I want to play Stardew Valley again.
It's
back
because
to
you're playing
Stardew Valley?
core.
I know.
Hey, a
Okay.
game actually, Cooper brought it up earlier, but it dropped today on Game Pass. Wargroove 2 on Game Pass. Speaking of Stardew Valley.
I never you guys really got into Wargroove.
I played it every day at work.
Yeah, I never.
when I was working at the college.
I love
It was
Wargroove.
great.
Yeah,
Is that like college? That's like college funding at its best,
At
right?
its finest.
Paid David too.
Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy at its finest.
I mean, I've had that on
Mark
Switch
plays
for a
games
while.
at work too. Sometimes, don't you?
So what I do, I have to shift my brain when I finish a project. I have to because there's a lot of high stress and stuff with some things. I have to take a moment. I play a game of whatever, like Overwatch or Hearthstone or something, and then refreshes my brain, and then I move back on to work.
Yeah, David, at your job, you never play games now. You need to go back to the college so you can play games
Well,
again.
David has another thing. He turns work off and enjoys himself. That's actually a good approach too.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Well, I try to.
Oh, so yeah.
Some weeks are better than others.
Some weeks sometimes you just can't.
Yeah.
What if your bosses were listening and I just don't you just do all this stuff while you're working and you're just like
Sometimes he wears pants.
don't you do that?
Sometimes it's.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out and tuning in this week. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. Appreciate it. We're back on the summer's over, so we're on a regular schedule again. Come and join us over on YouTube every week live. If you've listened to us, remember, don't forget to leave us that 5-star review. It very much helps. And we've seen a lot of people here for the first time in chat. Thank you for being here. A lot of people coming back. Dieter Pinklage, the man, here under the name Ruben R. But welcome back, brother. So good to see you. Stay tuned. If you're here in chat and you're a member, we got the Members Lounge next. We'll see you over there. Don't go anywhere. Members Lounge, baby. Members Lounge. Bye-bye.
I'm looking